Hey everybody, it's the Boss Lady here, coming to you with Talk About It Tuesday. As you can hear, I got a little, I guess you would say, frog in my throat. I don't know what's going on. I think I had a relapse, and yeah. So before all my big sisters say it, yes, I know I was doing too much too soon. Thought I was feeling better, was taking that medicine, and yeah. So, Boss Lady been down for a couple of days. Actually, you should still be in the bed. But, I do have to work today. And right now, I'm on my way to the grocery store so I can bring you guys a grocery haul. I haven't hauled anything in a long time, outside of my sick and afflicted. So, I'm not going to Aldi's, though. Aldi's doesn't open for another hour and 15 minutes, and I just don't have time for that. So I'm going to my local Cub, as well as I think I need to go to Barley's because Boss Man wants some lunch meat. But I gotta pick up some things for the house, pick up some things for Miss Peanut's breakfast and lunch. I just kind of been letting things kind of ride on out, and when they fizzle out, that's what it is. But yeah, now I need to go and pick up a few things. So I'm not planning to do a big haul, just, grab a few things. I mean, we have some items in the freezer, but, it's always best to pick up a few more. And I got some coupons for Cubs, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But let's get to the Talk About It Tuesday. I had a couple ideas for today, and maybe I might branch them out. Maybe I might throw them all in the same video. I don't know. Depends on how I feel as I'm talking here. But, I had one topic. Oh, can't go yet. I had one topic where I wanted to talk about, what do you do when you have someone who blatantly is trying to one-up you? And I don't understand it. I mean, everybody has their own walk of life. Everybody has their own agenda. God has things planned for everybody, depending on how big your house is, how many cars you have, whatever. What you do is what you do, basically. But what do you do when you seriously have someone who is definitely trying to one-up you? Case in point, I'm doing some things with the house. Now, mind you, for those who don't know, I inherited my home, and so my home is old. And I mean O-L-D, capital. So, it was built in 1946. It has a lot of old features, but it's got some great bones. I think I heard that from, was that Fruganisa? Fruganisa always talk about great bones or something. So, yes, my house has very great bones. And so, I never was the type of person to get all off into, home stuff. I always knew I wanted, like new furniture and stuff like that. And so, over the years, yeah, I bought new furniture, but there was a lot of things with the home that I didn't change. And then as time went on, there were things with the home that I did change, like, light fixtures and, the roofing, stuff like that, things that had to be done. But I still wasn't into this whole home decor, make it my own type deal. One reason being, my mom had told me, don't throw away anything, don't change anything, leave things as is, you know what I'm saying? Because it's my grandparents' home. So, there's not really a lot of people at the store. Anyway, so mom wanted me to leave the house as is. And so, out of respect for her and out of respect for my grandparents, that's exactly what I did. Since 2015, so January 2015, I have been on this journey, I will say, of fixing my house up. Not to please anyone, not to impress anyone, but to please myself. You know what I'm saying? I want my house to be how I want my house to be because it's my house. So I have been on this transformation journey, and I have been doing pretty good. One thing I can say, I'm loving, and I will say this, I am loving being able to find different decor items for a deal. And just make sure that, you know, I'm not overspending the budget or whatever. And so, by me saying all that, you know, long story short, I just have, you know, a person, I won't say people, but a person who just feels like they gotta, oh, well, I'm doing this now, I'm doing that now, I'm doing, you know, I painted my whole house last year, I did this, I did, okay, I mean, whatever. You know, so what do you do? How do you respond to that particular type of person? Now, it could be people here on YouTube, it could be people in your regular day, everyday life, you know, but how do you respond to that? And before anyone assumes anything, I love my house. When that house was put into my family, I wasn't even born yet. So I love that house. I love the character. I love the history. I love my house, period, you know. And so I'm not trying to have 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, XYZs or whatever, you know. But at the same time, in between time, I do want my house to reflect me. And so I will say, years past, it hasn't reflected me. I mean, there might be like a corner that, oh, that reflects, you know, boss lady. But then the rest be all my grandparents and everybody else who ever stayed there and stuff like that. So, you know, now boss man and I, we are getting it to our liking. That's why, you know, we finally went and bought the furniture that we desired, you know. I went and purchased some things for the walls that I desired, stuff like that, you know. And so we're slowly but surely getting things together. And it's not going to be overnight. It's going to take some time. I mean, last year was a year of purging. We still have some purging to do. We have the basement, which is the whole length of the house. We still have our 3rd bedroom. We still have one storage closet as well as the garage. So we still have some places to purge. And as we purge, then we're able to set up and design the way we want to. As well as, you know, painting. I mean, painting is going to be forever and a day because I want every single inch of the house painted. Not just, oh, let's just paint one room. No, everything needs to be painted. Only thing that is more up to date that has been painted is my front entryway. And I painted that back in 98, 99. So, I mean, it needs to be updated as well. But I'm just saying that's the newest part of the house has been painted outside of the outside. So, but anyway, so yeah, so that, I think that's my talk about it Tuesday. How do you deal with people who, you know, for whatever reason, just want to one-up you? Oh, well, I did this already, so, you know, oh, you're behind the times. There's no time limit. You know, there's no time limit. So yeah, so that's my talk about it Tuesday for this week. I do have another one that pertains to children again. More or less competition. And you know what, matter of fact, I'm gonna throw this one in here too because it's real quick. How do you deal with people who want to compete with you with your child? You know, different little things. Like right now, Miss Peanut, you know, is selling Girl Scout cookies. Now, mind you, she has several friends, you know, and she don't have friends just because she's in Girl Scouts. She has friends because of her personality. But she has friends, associates, whatever, who are in different Girl Scout troops. So with that being said, that means they're in competition with each other. Now, I'm never one who goes out and widely spreads what her goal is. Now, I might say what her troop goal is because, I mean, that's common knowledge or whatever, and they can call the council and find out what the troop goal is. But as far as her personal goal, I don't expose that because whether she meets it, exceeds it, or not, you know, I'm not going to have somebody throw that in my face. Oh, well, you said she was going to sell 1,000 cookies. She only sold 500. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want that, and I don't want that for her. But that's the other thing. So competition with the girls, and I'm just like, no. So one person tried to bait me, thought it was kind of funny, and I was like, no. So then I flipped it back on them. Well, what's your child's goal? You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, because I wouldn't expose my child's goal, they didn't expose theirs. Fine with me, you know, move along. This is competition. But in the same breath of this being competition, let me tell you what happened Saturday. So Miss Peanut hasn't been to tennis since December. So Saturday was her first day back at tennis. And, you know, I mean, there's Girl Scouts everywhere. Our council is so big, you know, because it's Minnesota, Wisconsin wide pretty much. So there's girls everywhere selling cookies. Well, we get there, and we got there early because we always get there early. And I had my big old 31 bag, the bag that I normally carry for groceries. And I had it full of cookies all the way to the rim. And I had the top on it and everything. So we go to sit down. This man comes charging over there. Talking about, we were here first. We were here first. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, I'm just sitting down because I'm tired and, you know, wasn't feeling great. So we were here selling cookies first. And so I looked around and I'm like, there's no booths here. So this is free for all, you know, free game for anybody to sell cookies or whatever. And so he had this like real small little bag, you know, a couple boxes. He looks over, sees our bag, and he's just like, oh my God. And then of course, some of the cookies we had, he didn't have. So long story short, a lady comes in that knew him and she's seen our cookies. So she was getting ready to ask me about the cookies, and he deliberately told her in front of me, don't talk to her. You want cookies, you get them from us. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? What? And so I thought, wow. And this man was of a different race. And, you know, he was acting Minnesota nice, which, you know, whatever. You know, I'm not one of those parents that just shows out and act a queenly, ugly fool. But, you know, I let it ride. I let it slide. My girlfriend was ready to ride up, but I just said, you know what? It's cool. You know, I said, this is a competition. It's fine. So tennis is an hour and a half. As soon as tennis was about 15 minutes to be over, he packs up his stuff. He runs over, grabs his kid to go out to the main part of the tennis place to go sell cookies, right? Well, we just sat there because I had this big old bag of cookies. I wasn't going to have all those kids and parents crushing the cookies as we're leaving. So I just sat there. Well, little did he know, the Minnesota Gopher tennis team taught our kids that day. So Miss Peanut was able to sell cookies to the entire tennis team. So I said that to say this. God don't like ugly. God don't like no one to mess with his children. And so by that man being ugly and nasty, he missed out on all those cookie sales. Because, like I said, he was telling people don't talk to us. So we didn't sell. I mean, she sold a couple boxes of cookies on her own, like going up asking people. But while we were sitting there waiting for the kids, I didn't sell any of her cookies. And so, you know, I was okay with that. But he thought he one-upped us, and he didn't. So competition is something else when it comes to children. But I'm not one of those parents that, like I said, act a fool, especially when my child is, you know, present or whatever. I don't do that because I don't want to embarrass her or myself. You know, now if someone is deliberately, you know, being disrespectful to me, then, you know, they might have to get a talking to. But other than that, no. But what do you do when your kids are in competition, you know, and how do you react to these competitive parents? And then how do you react to people who are in competition with you? So I guess Talk About Tuesday is all about competition. You know, I'm not in competition with nobody because I'm going to do what Boss Lady wants to do when Boss Lady wants to get it done. Okay? Like this grocery shopping I got to go get done. So that's my Talk About Tuesday for you guys. I will see you all in my grocery haul video. Bye-bye.